Hi guys, and welcome to GISTUBE TV, your home for everything entertainment and trending news. Subscribe to this channel, and after subscribing there is a notification bell, the bell button. Click on that bell so you will not miss uploads when I have them for your viewing pleasure. Hi beautiful people, and welcome back to this channel. In this video, what we'll be discussing is a topic that has always interested me because, well, they've said 20 children cannot play for 20 years. You and I both know that there are some people that have been able to play together for 20 years and they are still waxing strong. However, though, in the music industry, it seems like after a few years together, these guys just go their own separate ways. Either you leave your record label to go establish your own record label, and then suddenly your former partner, your best friend, the person that was managing you is now your enemy, and you guys are beefing each other. It is not strange that a lot of industry friends, collaborators suddenly go from being besties, like I said, to being enemies. And so in light of that, I've decided to bring to you a list of some of our Nigerian music industry collaborators, besties, partners who have somehow parted ways after giving us 8 collaborations together. Having said that, let's get into the video. The first person on my list is Gongwa Sokruna, Nice Alakomeji, and Rugged Man. Now, when Nice released Gongwaso in 2007, it seemed like, yes, the sky was a starting point and he was doing really well for himself, which is where when he featured with Rugged Man, it seemed like, yes, this duo, their friendship was made to stay. They gave us 8 songs, they featured themselves in songs. But tell me why in 2010 Nice released a song titled Once Bitten Twice Shy, where he spoke about friendship betrayal. That was when both of them took to social media to release and let us know what has been going down between them. Apparently, Nice's girlfriend then, Tony Payne, was sleeping with Rugged Man, and then Nice got to find out and he was like, how are you sleeping with my girlfriend, with my wife, and whatnot? And then the whole thing was just very messy between them, with Rugged Man saying, guy, I didn't do nothing with your wife, and Nice insisting that Rugged Man was trying to get on with his girlfriend at the moment. But then in 2015, both of them came to say they've reconciled and they no longer have a beef with themselves. However, since then, we've actually not seen anything from these guys. So I strongly believe that probably, yes, forgiven but not forgotten. That might be what is going on between them, because they're still not friends. They're still not doing things together. You will think that since they said they've reconciled, like we used to see with some people who say, oh, we are beefing now, we finished our fights and whatnot. They try to, you know, take advantage of the coverage, media coverage they are getting, and give us something so we can talk about, at least, even if it's something I'm going to forget the next minute, at least they'll make money off us. But these guys didn't come together for any collaboration, which is leading me to think that they still are not friends. Moving on from Nice and Rugged Baba, let's talk about a group that was created in 2004, but then according to CAC, they said it actually was created in 2006. I'm talking about the now defunct group of Don Jazzy and D'banj, the Mo 8 record label. Now, when Don Jazzy started out as a music producer in Nigerian music industry, it was doing well. He had people in his record label. He was the CEO, while D'banj was the partner of the record label. They had Wande Cole, they had Dr. Sid, they had Prince, they had a lot of people, K-Switch, in the label. But then after a few years together, about 12 years, thereabout 6-7 years, in 2012, Mo 8 announced that D'banj was leaving the record label due to irreconcilable differences, and that was the end of our beloved record label that gave us a lot of hits back in the day. D'banj had 3 albums. Wande Cole had 2 albums. Dr. Sid had an album. They gave us a lot of hit songs, but then decided to break up. Recently, though, in 2020, Don Jazzy revealed that even though they broke up, he still tried to get the group to come back together. He still tried to reach out to Wande Cole, babe, guy, let us do something together. Yes, D'banj has left us. Yes, he started his own record label. Yes, he's trying to do well for himself. Now I've started a new record label, Maven's Record. I would want you to be a part of it, but Wande Cole aired the almighty D'banj, and that did not happen. So that was the end of Mo 8. However, though, these guys came together in 2018 during one of Davido's concerts to, I don't know what they tried to do there, because it was very obvious that there was some awkwardness still in the midst of these guys. There was some awkwardness between that. so-called reunion, because after that we've not seen anything except for public events that they have to attend together. Example being when Tiwa Savage laid her father, Savage, to rest, that we saw, because Tiwa Savage was a member of Mabin's Record. The band, of course, is friends with Tiwa Savage, and so he was invited. Don Jazzy was invited, and both of them were in that program together. That is when you see them together, when there are events happening that request the presence of both of them, but not as friends or industry collaborators, but as individuals with mutual respect for each other. Don Jazzy is doing amazingly well for himself now. The band is also has always done well for himself, so you really can't say anybody is benefiting negatively from what happened with Mohit's record label. Moving on from that, let's talk about another record label that experienced splits, and it was a very rough and most talk about one. I'm talking about the split, the 2016 split of Inyanya and Ubi Franklin of the Triple M record label. Man made man. That's what the record label is, if you don't know what it means. Now, when the Kukere crooner and the first winner of the MTN project Fame decided to partner up with Ubi Franklin to own a record label, we did not know that the whole thing is going to be short-lived, because from 2011 to 2016 is a very short time. So in 2016, they decided to break up because, according to Inyanya, Ubi Franklin somehow manipulated the way they run the label, such that he is now the sole owner of all the company shares. And Inyanya is like, what kind of betrayal is this? And so he left the record label. However, since that time, though, Inyanya has been off the radar. We've not heard anything from him. But then recently in 2021, just a few days ago, I saw him in an interview with IP TV saying that he went back and he went to try and re-strategize. He's been doing music. He's planning to put out a body of work. So yeah, we're looking forward to that. But then, the same vein, Ubi Franklin and Inyanya, I don't know how Don Jazzy pulled their feet, but he got them together, and they told us a few days ago that they've reunited and they're also going to put a body of work together and give us that. And I'm like, okay, I see miracles happening. Miracles, oh miracles. Like, okay, yeah, some miracles can happen. Some of them can still come back together, which is somehow giving us hope so far that some of these guys who have split, who used to be good friends in the industry, who will love their collaborations and they working together, might probably still come back together and give us some amazing body of work. I'm looking forward to that. I hope you're also looking forward to that. Also, I used to like Inyanya. So yeah, let's see what his new music is going to be about. Moving on from then, another person on my list is going to be the split between our Daddy. The man, I call him the chairman of ad-libs. That man can add ad-libs to any of your song and it will turn your song into fire. Honestly, you don't need to do anything. You don't even have to have a lot of budget or just have a very nice beat. Your lyrics does not even need to make sense. Just invite Zlatan Ibile to come and put his ad-libs. Just come and add small. Don't worry, your music is made. Which is why when DJ Copy featured Zlatan Ibile in the music Gelato that she made, it was an hit. It was lovely. Everybody was into it. But then somehow DJ Copy came out to say, I don't understand why Zlatan, blocked me on every platform. Zlatan Ibile was asked, and he was like, I don't even know who that person is. So that relationship is sour. A lot of speculations came. There were a lot of rumors. Yeah, DJ Copy tried to swindle Zlatan Ibile. She didn't give him his due of the music they made together. Blah, 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 blah. A lot of insinuations, but neither of them have come out to either debunk or approve any of the insinuations by anybody. We just know that both of them will not be recording a body of work together anytime soon. Probably never, ever, ever. It might probably never happen. But then, they are not like enemies. We will not work together anymore. Finally, let's talk about Ricardo Banks and Machala himself, Starboy Wheezy. Now, in 2020, when we had an almost era-shifting movement. You know what I'm talking about, what happened in October, September of 2020, the NSAS movement that affected a lot of Nigerian youth. We were all very vocal, we all wanted change, and we're trying to, in our own way, make changes in governance in Nigeria. Tell me why. Ricardo Banks decided that was a great time for him to release music.